What's going on, YouTube? This is SG1 Sports, and you're watching our SEC football channel.
Hey guys, Jason here once again with SG1 Sports. So let's talk a little Mississippi State football. Now, coming out of spring practice and throughout the summer and heading into fall camp, Joe Moorhead and his staff knew that there was a lot of questions they needed answering. The problem was where to find those answers. Now, the cupboard isn't exactly bare in Starkville, but there is a lot of inexperience there. There is some talent, but there's a lot of experience. So let's look at the biggest questions Mississippi State must answer in fall camp. Question number one is, who will be the starting quarterback? Coming out of spring ball, Keaton Thompson was taking first string reps. Jalen Madden was getting the second string reps. And that was pretty cut and dry until graduate transfer from Penn State, Tommy Stevens, showed up. Now, obviously, Moorhead was at Penn State. He coached Stevens for 2 years, so there's some familiarity there with the system and the coaching styles. Now, Stevens was kind of a do-everything type of guy at Penn State. He had 41 career passes. He actually rushed for over 500 yards and 8 touchdowns. He even had 14 receptions and 2 touchdowns. So, he's a very versatile type of guy. My opinion would be that, Moorhead wouldn't bring in a graduate transfer just to see him sit. So I'm guessing that in the end, Stevens will win out. Now, Moorhead has repeatedly said that whoever the quarterback is must be accurate and make quick decisions in his RPO system, which, would make Stevens kind of the front runner just with the familiarity factor there. So question number two is, will the receivers step up, and if so, which ones? Although the numbers weren't, out of this world last year, there was an improvement from the 2017 season, which saw actually just one Mississippi State receiver garner more than 250 yards receiving. Now, last season, 2 Bulldogs, Osiris Mitchell and Stephen Guidry, actually eclipsed the 400-yard receiving mark for the season. And I know those numbers don't exactly jump off the page, but like I said, there is some marked improvement from 2017. Can Mitchell and Guidry improve on the 2018 season? Can little-used Dedrick Thomas be more of a threat in the passing game? Sophomore Austin Williams, who had 3 touchdown receptions, they're looking for him to take a step forward. State, also has 2 other possible playmakers that enter the mix in Kansas State transfer Isaiah Zuber and JUCO transfer Javante Patton, who they're really high on. Now, Zuber had 1,300 career yards receiving at K-State and 11 touchdowns. He was a factor in the return game with 500 yards and a punt return for a touchdown. Now Peyton, although they're high on his talent, didn't get to campus till June, so he's got some ground to make up. So there's some talent at the receiver position. There just needs to be some continuity with the quarterbacks. Question number 3 is, what about the interior of the defensive line? The Bulldogs, bring back some depth and production at defensive end, but the inside, the tackles at the interior defensive line are the biggest question for the Bulldogs. They lost the services of Jeffrey Simmons, Braxton Hoyt, Corey Thomas, Trey Brown, and Grant Harris. Now, that's a lot of playing time, a lot of reps, and a lot of tackles that somewhere and somehow must be replaced. In fact, Lee Autry is the lone returning interior lineman that even owns a career tackle at Mississippi State. Kendall Jones played, sparing the last 2 years, but he didn't record any stats. Now, there is some talent there, inexperienced talent, but there is talent. Former four-star recruits Fabian Lovett and Jamie and Cremedi, will have to learn on the fly after being redshirted last year. Cameron Young will get a look. He was redshirted last year. Mississippi State also has 2019 4-star prospect Nathan Pickering and Louisville transfer Allen Love, who will challenge for some reps there. So there's questions there at defensive line, just like at quarterback and receiver. Now, Mississippi State does have the luxury, of having somewhat of a soft early schedule, which should allow the quarterbacks and the receivers to get on the same page and definitely allow this young defensive line to develop some sort of an identity. Year 2 will certainly hinge on that early part of the schedule, and when they hit the meat of their conference schedule, they're going to need to pick off a game or 2 to hopefully put them in bowl contention. However, if they should stumble early on, it could make for a long season and start for this fall.
Thank you for watching this video. If you're an SEC football fan, please subscribe to the channel. Leave us your thoughts down in the comments below. And for the latest in SEC football, keep it right here.